Yo guys, always good. Welcome back on the Uncle Sharma channel, back again with a news episode. My goodness, this club, guys, I am sick of it. Why did I choose to support this club? Every time there's some positive news, it has to be followed up by negative news. So we're going to get into all the positive news, but also the very negative news that's surrounding Inter's shirt sponsor. But yeah, without further ado, let's get the intro and let's get into the news. So yes, guys, as I said, covering some positive and negative news. Which one shall we start with? Let's start with some positives at least. Yeah, let's just start with some positives. And speaking of positives, at least leave a thumbs up for the video to support the channel. But positive news, we saw Milan Skriniar come back yesterday for Inter in the starting lineup. Yes, it was a friendly, but not even an official friendly, an unofficial behind closed doors friendly at Inter HQ. But Milan Skriniar returned, and Milan Skriniar scored on his return and celebrated as well, and it was beautiful to see. As I've been saying to you guys, people think that he was away from the team because of the transfer market rumors. No, it's because he was actually injured since the end of last season. So now he's finally recovered, and we're going to be seeing him as long as he's here. And of course, we're crossing every single one of our fingers, toes, whatever we've got to make sure that this boy, our future captain, stays at Inter. The signs for now keep pointing towards him potentially staying because PSG seem to have edged away from him. The Chelsea rumors up until now haven't been confirmed, so let's see what happens. But the more time goes on, I hope it just means that Milan Skriniar remains at this club and he's given the new contract he deserves. There is no way that they're going to let this guy go on the free. He deserves a new contract, and it was already pretty much agreed before this PSG rumors came up. But apparently now, after obviously PSG offered him like 8 million net a season, Skriniar is asking for a little bit more. So originally they said the agreement with Inter was around 5. Now it's probably going to be more, 5.5, 6, and he deserves every penny of that. Give the man his money. Speaking of yesterday's friendly, quickly, Lautaro looks like he's still really in good form in this preseason, scoring 2 goals. Bellanova's got another goal. He's got a couple of goals in this preseason, so it was good to see all these guys. And the one guy that played the full 90 minutes, Matteo Darmian. This guy played pretty much every position in this preseason. He started the match at left wing back and apparently finished in the middle of the 3. Oh, so useful to have a guy that can play so many positions. So shouts out to Matty Doms. And then today, we're 1 day away from the match tomorrow against Lyon. So there was the training going on today for tomorrow's match. And some funny scenes from training today where Lukaku, my boy, frérot, mon frère, ce n'est pas bon. According to the social media, according to Inter, according to Gagliardini's social media, he got nutmegged by Bobby Gags. And for that reason, as I said here on my Twitter, he should be fine with this. He can't be getting nutmegged by Roberto Gagliardini. Come on, man. Lukaku obviously denying it very strongly on his Instagram, saying some things never change. Relax, the ball didn't go through my legs. And then Gagliardini commenting underneath, bye, another round. So I'm guessing he was the piggy in the middle, like the rondo, where they have to try to win the ball back. But yeah, good to see the team spirit is definitely very strong. But anyway, let's move on to the main bit of news that I want to talk about today, and is negative news, and it's regarding Inter's main sponsor for this season, DIGITALBITS, the guys who took over from Socios.com, who were the sponsors last season. So what has happened? So basically, DIGITALBITS signed a massive 4-year deal contract with Inter, which was valued around 85 million euros. So it was over 20 million euros for the main shirt sponsorship. But as you guys know, these guys are from the crypto currency world, the crypto market. And as you may or may not know, if you dabble in the crypto market, the crypto market has taken a big hit. It's going definitely not going to the moon, as Marcelo Brozovic used to say when he started his own crypto venture. So the DXB, the coin or the currency that DIGITALBITS themselves own has decreased in value by a lot, and subsequently obviously it seems like their business and their liquidity has taken a big hit, and they are actually late, or they have missed the payment to Inter for the agreed payment schedule to Inter for this sponsorship. So obviously Inter, not happy, have taken some drastic measures. They have removed DigitalBits from the Inter official website. The issue actually might have been ongoing for a little while, because someone a few weeks ago pointed out on Twitter that the DigitalBits logo was missing, but I didn't look too much into it and I didn't point it out to you guys. But now clearly it's come out that it's true. And Inter have taken some steps to remove the sponsorships from their training ground. As you can see from yesterday's friendly, they removed the advertising boards that involve DigitalBits. In tomorrow's friendly match against Lyon, we might even see an Inter kit without the main sponsor there. They may even take steps to cover it completely, kind of a way to get back at DigitalBits. But apparently there are talks ongoing between the two parties already. They're trying to find a way around this. Antonello, who is the director of those kind of things for Inter, who has done great work bringing all these sponsorships to Inter, is already having discussions, because of course this is not good. This is a massive stream of income for Inter, 20 million plus per season. So a solution needs to be found, whether they're taken to court, whether DigitalBits actually stump up the money, or they find an alternative sponsor, which of course is going to be hard to do so quickly before the beginning of the season. And this issue actually, as reported here by sempreinter.com, it could even delay the away shirt presentation due to this sponsorship issue, because of as stated in the article, Inter could decide to delay the presentation of their away shirts due to the missed payment dispute with main shirt sponsor DigitalBits. As reported by Gazzetta, Inter removed DigitalBits logo from the website, and it will be likely not visible on the advertising boardings in the next two Inter friendlies. The crypto company were the sleeve sponsor last season, but this year they are the main sponsor. The away top was meant to be unveiled in the first 10 days of August, but be pushed back to September, as there is little desire to promote DigitalBits right now. It is not thought that a sponsor change is on the table in the immediate future. So yeah, this club, man. Just the other day, there was the good news that the Nike contract was, or there was talks and strong rumors that the Nike contract was about to be renewed with them. It's about to expire in 2024. At the moment, they pay around 12 million euros. The new contract is rumored to be 25 million euros plus bonuses, taking it to around 30 million euros per season, plus the merchandising rights which Inter bought back from Nike, which generate an estimated 4 or 5 million extra. So really taking it to the next level. But now this happens. It's just, as I said at the beginning, man, supporting this club is just tiring. But of course, we just have to hope for the best and swift resolution of this, because this can't carry on for too long, because we need to sort this situation out, and it definitely does not look good if to go into the season without a sponsor. By the beginning of the season, we have shirts printed with a sponsor, like my one that I bought just the other week. But I guess this is what Inter get for dealing with these very risky, highly volatile companies from the crypto industry. But anyway, let's move on to transfer market news. More interesting stuff about the actual footballers that we see playing. And this is, depends on how you look at it, but for me, this is in somewhat at least a positive news. The details of the deal might not be actually that positive, but Valentino Lazaro is going to Torino. He will be taking his medicals at some point, either today or tomorrow. Obviously, as I said, the one part of the deal I don't like is the fact that we're still going to be paying part of his salary, and it's only an option to buy for 6 million euros. He just had to go. I know he was starting to show some interesting performances. He was actually looking decent in preseason, but numerically, we don't need him, and we need to make money back somehow, somewhere. Even if we are contributing to his salary, still, getting rid of his salary from our books, or majority of his salary, or at least half of his salary. I'm not sure of the exact details. And you just have to hope that, Lazaro under Juric, who is a guy who usually maximizes the performances of his wing backs, a bit like Gasperini or Conte does, he actually does perform, and finally someone takes the option to buy, because no one ever takes the option to buy. We know that. It's pretty 99% of the time no one takes the option to buy. You have the hope. 6 million euros is very cheap. So, and as always, I've never had a problem with Lazaro himself. He's not like Dalbert. As I said, Dalbert, it was actually objectively really bad for Inter. Lazaro, I've never actually seen him play badly for Inter at the beginning, and then was never given a chance and just constantly loaned out. But yeah, hope he does. Hope he does well. I have no ill feelings towards him. I just want someone to actually buy him. But at least he is out of mind. Someone who isn't out of mind, of course, El Niño Maravilla, Alexis Sanchez. Again, a guy that I don't have particularly a personal problem with him. He's really a good player, still high quality player, but numerically, because we have 5 strikers at the moment, or 6 with Pinamonti, plus his massive 7 million net salary, we just can't afford him right now. And he's finally looks like he's opening up to a move. Marseille apparently are in talks with him. It has been confirmed by Gazzetta. Also, Di Marzio reporting the same. So that multiple sources talking about it means that is true. However, they're saying that it's not an advanced conversation or negotiation at the moment. Jorge Sampaoli, who wanted him previously, but now Igor Tudor is also an advocate for the Chilean's signature. The talks are ongoing between the Liga side and the player, mostly about the salary. Part of that will be covered by the severance that Inter have to pay to break his contract, likely to be 5 million euros. Marseille are confident that they close the deal by the end of the week or early next week. That would be fantastic. That would be fantastic if that happens. Yeah, and he needs to agree a salary with Marseille and then agree the severance pay from Inter. But I just hope Alexis realizes that this might be probably the best move for him, because I think Marseille up until now seem to be the biggest team that have come in for him. So hoping for that resolution in the coming days. And finally, Pinamonti. As we know, so many clubs are fighting out for this guy, but no one seems to be offering the 20 million apart from Salernitana, who are the clubs that Pinamonti himself rejected. But apparently Atalanta are getting closer to Inter's valuation, and Atalanta is the team Pinamonti wants. As Di Marzio has reported on his website, only a slight increase in the fees needed from Atalanta in order for Inter to give the green light. Well, I don't know if a slight increase, 15 million their offer and 20 million is what Inter want. 5 million to me is still quite a considerable jump. But yeah, Atalanta, if they want him, they need to pay up the 20 million. We always pay what they value their players every time. They could try to use bonuses. I would be fine with that, 15 plus 5, as long as it gets there. Apparently, Atalanta don't want the buyback clause, which Inter are keen to include for some reason. They don't want to have any buyback clause, but to me, if they get to that 18, 19, 20 million euro mark, let the guy go. Maybe include a sell-on clause in the future if he ever explodes, if that's what you want to cover yourself from. Still unsure whether it's the perfect move for Pinamonti. I guess he just doesn't want to fight for relegation anymore, which is fair enough. But yeah, that was the news episode for today, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. It was a chaotic one, as I said, some good stuff and some negative stuff. Hope the sponsorship thing is resolved as soon as possible. You guys let me know your thoughts in the comments below about that. Do you think it's going to be resolved? Should we bring Pirelli back? I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest, if we bring Pirelli back. But let's see what happens. Hopefully DigitalBits just pay up, man, because that deal saved us so much hassle. But yeah, what do you make of the Lazaro deal? What do you make of Alexis? What do you make of Pinamonti? Where should Pinamonti go, actually? What are your thoughts? What's the best move for Pinamonti out of all the options? Let me know in the comments down below. And as always, leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Let's see in the next few days how Inter gives us more headache. Obviously, stay tuned here. I'll give you the news on the headache. Ciao ragazzi, always Forza Inter.